to sit in the back anymore because, see, when Connie and I when we first come into these things, I hadn't been exposed to church or religious stuff much. I'd gone to a little Baptist church that was across the street. It was across the street, and I don't know, I enjoyed going over there. So when I was a little boy, I went over there. And, but then when I got about 12, 13, I was a man. I thought I was. I told my daddy I was. I was ready to take him on. It's a big mistake. Well,
amazing what little testosterone will do.
I said, I don't want nothing to do with that religious stuff. You know what? And I turned away from it, didn't want anything to do with it. And then late in my 20s, our lives were a shamble, and I knew I needed God. That's all. I knew I needed God. And so I cried out, and we turned to God. And then several years later, Kierkegaard called me up, and he began to, he began to prophesy over me, I just began to open my inner being, and out of me flowed a river, a gushing river, a language I've never heard, a language I didn't know. It rolled up out of me, and he stood back and he said, my God, man, he said, what God has deposited in you is beyond imagination. He began to roll out of me like a river. It's in you.
Yes.
It's in you. And we just don't let the river go.
Yeah.
We just don't let it flow.
We've been afraid.
We've been afraid.
Yes, sir.
We've been afraid.
Yeah. That's cool.
I just begin to let it roll. And the rest is just history. The rest just happened. As God's image. Hallelujah.